What's up, guys? If you can, please follow us on our new TikTok account. Here is our profile. It's at TENFITMEN. Please go there and follow us. Now enjoy our next video.
Domar!
Hey guys, welcome back to another TENFITMEN video, and this is the part 3 for my training with Novak Djokovic. Here we were having a little break before Nole started playing some volleys and smashes. Marian Vaida, he was talking to Nole about different things. I cannot really remember what, but yes, this is the part where Nole came to the net, and as you may know, it's one of my favorite parts of the trainings because I always relax so much and I kind of forget about the pressure. I just need to focus on my footwork and the shots just come by itself. Here you can see the volley from Novak Djokovic, the backhand volley. Here is the position where he keeps that racket a little bit behind his head, and then the contact point where the racket faces square to the net, and then after that he keeps his left arm all the way behind his back, and then he extends the racket towards the target. And this is the training where I didn't play my best and I didn't feel that my performance was on the highest level, but at this moment here, when Nole was at the net, I felt that I did pretty good job, and this is also because I changed the racket, so my grip was not slippery anymore. I got some energy drink and I felt much better. Again, if you remember, if you watched the previous parts, the night before I didn't have much sleep because of all the excitement and the tiredness. And here you can see the forehand volley. The first position is he just simply made a uni-turn and kept his racket head at his eye level, and then he dropped the racket head to the contact point, again had a square racket face to the net, and then he literally just pushed that ball towards the target and extended that swing, almost like swiping the racket across the bookshelf. And also on the backhand volley you can see how he kept that left arm way behind to counterbalance the shot, so he can have much better control. Here again on the forehand the same. He kind of placed the racket at the contact height and then he extends and follows through with the racket. It's a very nice view here. You can see how the racket motion goes forward. And now it was time for a few smashes. He warmed up his shoulder a couple of times and then he started hitting smashes. And this is also part of the training where I tend to relax, but still you have to be focused and precise with your feet, because you have to give those nice high balls that can be comfortable for the players' overheads. Here you can see a very nice smash by Nole where he was moving a little bit backwards, and then that position with the left arm pointing straight to the ball. Here is the contact point at the highest point, and then that finish with a high elbow. And notice his left arm, the non-dominant arm, how it kind of gets tucked in as he hits the ball. Very important not to over-rotate as you hit those smashes. And now it was the time for my serves, one of the key moments. And this is because I usually deliver good serves and Nole expects that, so I kind of feel extra pressure here. But on the other hand, everything is under control. This is the shot that I practice so much and there are no variables here. So everything is up to me. What will be the percentage and the precision. And then Nole is there to work on his returns. And I will try to show you a couple of important points on his return. And again, it was very tough for me to consistently deliver serves on this day because I was getting very tired and a little bit dizzy at this point. It was the second training in a row. Before this I warmed up Stefanos Tsitsipas, and after this training there was one match on this court, after which Nole was playing against Stefanos. Vaida commented something on Novak's return. He said wrist goes down first and left and up. And here I wanted to show you how he goes for this ball. Notice the position of that racket. He tried to go a bit lower, but at the end this finish was not ideal. He had to use a little bit better of that left arm when he's finishing the swing, and you will notice this in the returns that are coming up. So he found a way how to hit the return in the proper way. Vaida here was still kind of showing what he needs to do with the racket. Here you will see again, he did a little bit better job with the racket drop. And then the after finish where he went all the way up and behind his back. In general, I think I did a pretty good job on the serves for this training. So here we will see again his return. The split step and then the quick turn. Again, the position where the racket goes down, a little bit slightly tilted towards the ground. And here the contact point, notice the racket bottom edge is slightly leading the racket, and then the finish where the racket is in vertical position and then the left leg kicks back. That was a perfect return. So here I showed you every single serve I did and every single return. So I included all the mistakes I made. We finished the Deuce side with a solid serve and great return. Now it was time for ad side. And that was the first ace on that day. I missed two serves in a row here, and this is where I felt a lot of pressure. Now when I'm watching this, it looks fine, but I remember very well at that moment it was not easy, and I managed to get that third serve in, luckily. And that was another good serve. We have this rule as hitting partners that it's acceptable to miss two serves in a row, but if you miss three in a row, that really kind of pushes the limit. And there was another ace this time. It was serve out wide. And it looked like Nole was not really able to read my serves at this moment. But I'm sure if we would play the match after a couple games, he would be able to do a better job with reading my serve. Here he told me that this will be the last serve. And he did a great return on that one. And now it was time for him to do some serves. And here you will see a very funny moment. Well, he missed the first 3 serves, but that's not the one. Here, watch his reaction. That was like tug life. And once again, he just glanced at my return and then, with no look, he just estimated how it's gonna go through the legs. Just genius. But no reaction whatsoever. Neither him or Vaida, which I really thought it was funny. And in this training, he was doing a little bit more serves, and you will see later on, especially on the ad side. Again, from my side, here I remember I was completely done. I was dead. I was exhausted, tired, dizzy, and I didn't even feel pressure anymore at this stage. I just almost tried not to faint. I tried not to fall down because I was feeling so weak. And you can see how many times Nole got me on the wrong foot, and even with this kind of easy serves, he was hitting many aces. And here one example of his serve. Look at the looseness of his wrist, and then the position of the racket when the ball is at the highest point. And then the racket drop goes with the edge first, followed by the elbow leading that service motion. Such a nice and fluid motion, and it looks super easy. And that was another ace. So on the Deuce side, Nole was serving amazing. Here another ace, and I was really trying to get that right side, but he would always go to the other side, so I was just not able to read his serve at this point, and I was feeling very slow and tired to kind of rely on my reactions, so I didn't count, but I'm sure he hit more than 5 or 6 aces on that Deuce side. But another thing here is that I noticed that he was not really going for the second shot, he was just working on the serves. So my task here was just to get the balls back on this side so he can use them for serve. And Vaida was also helping with that. He was getting the balls behind Nole and helping him to just focus on his service motion. Here you will see that Vaida will give a couple advice to Nole. That was, I think, maybe the only shot that Nole hit after the serve, and that's on this low slice return, and it was amazing back and down the line. So now I think here it will be very interesting. You pay attention to everything that's happening. Nole made a comment how he didn't really feel the serve on this side. In contrary to the Deuce side, where he really felt every single serve, as he said. I really thought that that was a great serve in the slow motion. Very nice and fluid. Now also the serves down the tee were getting better. And here it was one kick serve. And let's check that out in slow motion. It's a little bit different toss. It just goes a little bit more to the left behind. And then that nice motion up and to the right. Here he said this is gonna be the last serve. Here I finally got a couple of good returns on that backhand and the forehand, but these were more like second serves for Nole. So pay attention here, Nole said the last one and he missed it in the net, and then the second one I think went a bit long. He wanted to make it right, so he went for the third one and he missed this one also. So the serve on the outside was not the greatest, but Nole decided to stop here. And I was a little bit surprised and didn't feel the best. I always like to see when players finish with some great shot or good point, but it was okay. Nole came here to thank me, and it was again another amazing moment. The training was over, even though I really didn't feel as good as usual here. As I mentioned before, I didn't really perform on the highest level. Here it was the moment for the photo again. Nole still looked pretty relaxed and like everything is under control, and he was in a good mood. He went behind and gave a lot of autographs. And here I had some discussion with Mario Vaida. I told him about the racket, not just the slippery grip, but also that the tension was a bit lower. This is why I kind of didn't have the best control with that first racket, and then when I changed it, everything was easier. And then he checked the racket and he confirmed that. He said that the tension was a bit loose on that first racket that I used, but then he confirmed that the warm-up was good, so no need to worry, and that made me feel much better. Still, I was not so excited like usual after this training, so I was looking forward to watch the match, and I hope for the best.
Just finished the training with Novak Djokovic in the stadium. Now there's gonna be a match here. I hope it was enough for Nole. I'm sure it was. I was not 100% on court for many reasons, but no excuses. Let's go. Coach, he will win.
So watching now Nole against Tsitsipas, 6-3 and then 4-5 serving 40-15.
Tomar, come on!
This was a very tough game. It was 11-15 and Nole had second serve. Some tough points in the game, but now it's 5-0. Nole started pretty good. He won the first set and there was a big fight in the second set, but Stefanos really stepped up and he played some amazing tennis. Unfortunately, I only recorded some points from the first two sets.
Tomar!
Thank you guys so much for watching this part 3 of this training with Novak Djokovic. If you haven't watched the other parts, please make sure you do. And once again, I really appreciate all your support and great feedback. Please feel free to leave a comment and like this video if you enjoyed it, share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel. And that's about it. Hope you enjoyed it.
Hi guys, just want to jump in real quickly here at the end. Thank you so much for watching our videos and for all of your engagement. It really means so much to us. And I just want to say, if you really enjoy consuming our content and if you support everything we do and you maybe want to kind of contribute to our TENFITMEN team, you're very welcome to visit our Patreon page, and I will put the link somewhere here, and I will also put it down below in the description. Over there you will see that we have many cool projects and ideas in our minds, and we are really looking forward to it. And then with having you as our wings, we will be able to get there much faster and actually make all this journey closer to you and share all these amazing moments with you. So please go there and check out their page. Once again, thank you so much for watching us and for following, and I'll see you very soon in our next video.